Hi everyone, Coach Alexa here. It is really wet and windy and generally a bit horrible at the moment, so I thought I'd talk you through one of my top tips for keeping our feet nice and warm and dry when we're running. So I've done previous videos, have a little bit of a look through my video backlog on YouTube about waterproofs, about waterproof running shoes, so Gore-Tex running shoes, none of this stuff, to be fair, will keep you completely dry for a long run in really torrential rain. So the heavier the rain and the longer the run, the more water is just going to get in. It will always get in around the gap that our head is coming out of our clothing. It will get in around the cuffs, eventually it will get in around the zips and things like that, and it will come in the top of your shoes. So I've found because of that, and also I quite like having, a pair of running shoes that I can go out walking in as well, because I find that the grip on good trail running shoes is actually better than you get on walking boots and on wellies for muddy surfaces and wet surfaces. So a lot of the time I'll be out in quite wet weather with just running shoes on, but with a pair of waterproof socks. These are an absolute revelation. So they are just waterproof socks, so the shoes can get as wet and as muddy as you like, but the socks will stop your feet from getting absolutely soaked. These are made a little bit more for walking, so they're a little bit taller. They're a little quite warm, they've got a nice little warm kind of lining in them as well. But you can get loads of different sorts, and there are lots on the market now. These are made by a brand called Sealskin. What you're looking for also is a little bit of an elasticated top on them, so the water doesn't start coming in the sock and into your feet around the top of the sock. But I'd really recommend, if you struggle with kind of cold wet feet, or you don't like having cold wet feet on a run. I normally find actually that once I've got going, even if my feet are soaking and pretty wet and cold, they stay quite warm because they're moving quite a lot, they're doing quite a lot of work, and they're getting quite a lot of blood flow. So as long as you've got a pair of technical fibre socks, so polyester type socks that are not going to stretch when they're wet and misshape when they're damp, actually, as long as you can put up with it, running with wet feet isn't too bad. But if you don't like it, or you find your feet do get cold and it's an uncomfortable experience, then give waterproof socks a go, because I find them an absolute game changer when running, when walking, and when I'm out coaching.